All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for joining this session. I hope all of you are doing well, doing good. And it is so nice to interact with you on these Sunday mornings. Understand, especially in India, this is a festive season, and all of us are really occupied with our so-called festivities and all. But thank you so much for joining in, and thank you for all the love and support that you have been uh, the, putting on us and giving us over all this time and liking our content on the channel The Power of Excel. So once again, a big thank you to all of you for really appreciating the work and the videos that we have been sharing from time to time. So big thank you. And so the basic purpose of these live sessions is to interact with my audience, and in case they feel they have some questions on Microsoft Excel or otherwise, they have some suggestions with regards to the content that we have been putting on the YouTube channel, they are more than welcome to share those ideas, those thoughts, and we'll be more than willing to help them in with their questions as well as improving our channel to get better and better and better. So that is the basic objective of these online sessions. So let me see if some of you have any specific questions. Let me give some time to for people to join because it's just 11 o'clock right now, and people might join in from time to time. So let me start a bit of an interaction in this live session, and meanwhile, in case you have questions and suggestions, you can put them in the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. This session will spend a bit of time on some of the shortcuts that we might make use of in Microsoft Excel. And I'll be asking you some questions, and let me see how many of you are actually knowing these shortcuts. So I'll start with a few polls here, and let me see how many of you can answer the questions that I have. And in the meantime, in case you have some questions of your own, you can always put them in the chat box as well. So my very first question is, I think this is a very simple question. Most of you might be knowing about all of this. So let me start with a very simple poll. Let me put it in the chatting window. This poll. So my question is, what is the shortcut for uh, creating a new worksheet? That is my fundamental question. Let me see how many of you have the answer to these questions. I'm going to give you some choices here, and let me see how many of you can answer this. These shortcuts are very important from whenever you're working on Excel, because it takes a lot of time sometimes to move between different worksheets or create something new. So shortcuts are really helpful when you talk about Microsoft Excel. And many a times you need to quickly toggle between two worksheets, or you need to open a new window, open a new, let's say, the format window. So all of that is really useful when you are. So it is not only the functions and formulas that enable you, help you in Microsoft Excel, but also these shortcuts, which forms gives real significance to what we do in Microsoft Excel. So I'm just going to give you the different options, and let me see how many of you can answer this question correctly. So here is the poll for the very first poll for all of you, and let's see how many of you can answer this. So let's see how many of you can answer this poll. So all right, I think so. There are people who are pouring in. Thank you so much for joining, all of you. Very good morning to everybody. All right, let me see uh, how many of you have answered these questions. I'm going to end the poll right now, and I'm going to see how many of you have you answered this question correctly. Yes, the I think the answer that you have put here is Control plus F11, which is not exactly correct because the shortcut to add a new worksheet is Shift plus F11. So for creating a new worksheet, the shortcut is Shift plus F11. So I'm going to put that shortcut here. So Shift plus F11 is going to be the shortcut for creating a new worksheet I'm talking about here, right? So this is the shortcut, right? So that is the very first question. That is what I told you. This is going to be really significant as far as working on Microsoft Excel is concerned. So let me put another question. By the way, in case any of you have any questions or any suggestions, any pending issues that you want me to resolve using any of the functions, tools, or anything, you are more than I'm more than welcome to answer those specific questions. So, all right, so let me ask another question here, and let's see how many of you can answer this question. So, my next question is what is the shortcut to go to the next worksheet? Right. So let me create a poll in the meantime, and you can answer this question in the chat box also. So my question is, um, what is a shortcut? Just to be brief, I'm going to put it really quickly for moving to the next worksheet. So what is a shortcut? Let me see how many of you know this. Uh, Let me see how many of you know this question. Uh, I'm just putting the options quickly. So this is the poll we have. So this should make your life easy. Let's see how many of you can answer this question. The shortcut for moving to the next worksheet. Let me see how many of you can answer this. Right. Uh, so quite a few of you are answering this correctly, I guess. Let me see. So let me close the poll and see what are the options that you have selected. Yes, the correct answer is Control plus page down. So if you press Control plus page down, you'll be able to move to the next worksheet. and that is one of the important shortcuts in case we want to toggle between different worksheets at any point of time. So because many times we are working in a workbook having multiple worksheets, and we want to, instead of clicking using the mouse, it becomes a bit tricky and tough, because it takes a bit of time. In case you want to quickly move between worksheets, then we can use this control plus page down option, the shortcut, to move between different worksheets. All right. So thank you for responding, and let me quickly come out with another good question and see how many of you can answer this. And so my next question is, I'm going to put the question in the poll once again, but you can always answer it without it also in case you want to. So let me create another poll here. So my question is, what is a shortcut to delete a given a selected worksheet? What is a shortcut for this? Let me see how many of you can answer this. I'm going to put the options in the poll section. So here are the options for all of you, and let me see how many of you can answer this question correctly. All right, let me see. So I think quite a few of you already, I think, know your Excel well, but let me see if you have done it right. I'm going to end the poll. So you've selected Alt plus L, comma E, which is the wrong answer. I'm sorry. So the correct answer in this case is Alt E plus L. That is option number B is the correct answer. I'm going to just paste that question answer here in the chat box. So Alt plus E comma L helps you to delete worksheets. And so how it happens is you need to press Alt plus E, and then you leave these two buttons and then press L separately, right? So Alt plus E have to be pressed together at the same time, and then you press the letter L, right? So once you do that, you should be able to delete the current selected worksheet, right? By using this shortcut. So that is another beautiful shortcut that we have. Another shortcut that uh, let me see if you know this quickly. So in case you want to uh, move between different move the current worksheet to another worksheet, or somewhere else, a new worksheet or to another worksheet, then in that particular case, what is the shortcut? So let me not put the poll here, and let me see how many of you actually know this. So my question is, again, I'll just repeat this question. My question is how to move the current worksheet to another worksheet or to a new workbook. So let me see how many of you can answer this. Let me see if you can answer this. Uh, so I'll read my question. My question is, how do you move your current worksheet between to another workbook or to another to a new workbook, to an existing workbook or to a new workbook? Let me see if you can answer this question. Yes, let me see if you can answer this. Uh, all right. So, in case you're not been able to answer this, the correct answer to move your current worksheet to another worksheet is, I'll just put it in the chat box. So, Alt plus E comma M will enable you to move your current worksheet to a new workbook or to an existing another existing workbook. So Alt plus E comma M will enable you to move your enable to you to move your current worksheets to another workbook or a new workbook. Right, so that is another beautiful shortcut that you can use. So there are many such shortcuts, and all of them are really very very important as far as Excel is concerned, because many times we need them to move between different sheets or create rename sheets or delete sheets, create new workbooks, copy data, paste data, redo, find, replace, and all of that. Right. So, next question with regards to shortcut is a very simple one. I hope all of you know this. So, what is a shortcut for replacing a specific value in an Excel sheet? I repeat, what is a shortcut for replacing a specific value in an Excel sheet? I'm not talking about the function here. I'm talking about the shortcuts. So, these are generic shortcuts which you'll find in can be used in other tools also, but we can use it in Microsoft Excel as well. So, what is the shortcut for replacing a specific value in an Excel sheet? Not a function, but a shortcut. So let me quickly create this poll and see if you can answer this. So I'm putting the options in the poll. So just give me a few seconds. Right. So let me see how many of you can answer this. Yes, the correct answer is actually Control plus H. So, which is again a beautiful shortcut in case we're looking at replacing some specific values. And many times we have to replace. Let's say there is an error throughout the Excel sheet where you have not. If you need to replace an underscore with a space, for example, then you can use Control plus H and put underscore and space in the respective the places, and you will be able to actually replace values using Control plus H option. So that is the correct answer. So thank you for the response. Um Also, in the meantime, since we are already doing this small little exercise on shortcuts, just let me apprise you with something I'm planning to start for this month of November. So I'm going to start with a new contest named Mission 1000. So, as you might have seen, currently the channel that we are having, the Power of Excel, is having close to 850 audience or subscribers, and we're looking forward to adding more and more subscribers to this channel. So, my mission is to reach, add more people to this already increasing group and reach 1000 by the end of November. And the people who are going to help me do this will get a merchandise t-shirt in any color that we can decide, with the power of Excel embodied on it. So that is what I'm going to share, and I'm going to create a post for this on my YouTube channel very soon. And I'm going to, so whosoever uh, gets the maximum number of people on this channel will get uh, a specific merchandise from the power of Excel, right, right at your doorstep. So that is something I'm planning to do, and whosoever gets the maximum, so I'll be gifting it to the top five people who are going to help me in this aspect. So this is let me also show you the kind of merchandise I'm talking about. So this is looks something like this. I hope you might have seen this before. So we have imprinted. I love the power of Excel, right? So such T-shirts and such merchandise would be available with you. It would be shared with you. Whosoever helps me to add more people to this group, so you can have a look at this. T-shirt, this merchandise, right? So I'll get that printed myself, and so what you can do is you can uh, share your mobile numbers in the chat box. Also, I'll share my personal mobile number here. That is, let me put it in the chat box. So in case any of you are interested, that's my mobile number, 9888 698 668. So if any of you are interested in joining this contest and want to get these merchandises, please feel free to text me on my WhatsApp number. And the more subscribers or the more people you get on the channel, right, I'll give this merchandise at your doorstep. I'll send it across at your doorstep. You can share this with other people also. So for those of you just joining in, right? So I'm going to repeat this once again. So we are planning to have this contest on, that is Mission 1000 for the month of November. And people who are going to help me add subscribers or add more people to this already increasing already getting already popular the channel, the power of Excel that we have. So I'm going to give them merchandises, something like this, absolutely free, and you should be getting it at your doorstep uh, in the month of December. So that is what is the plan. And so thank you so much for all the love and support that you have already been sharing with us, and I'm really thankful. So let me quickly move on to the next shortcut. We have been talking about shortcuts in this session. So what is the shortcut for in case you want to if in case you want to select non-adjacent worksheets. My question is, so there is some, you can always select adjacent worksheets also, but in case you want to select non-adjacent worksheets, what is the shortcut in Microsoft Excel? So if anybody here can answer that question for me, right? Let me see. I'll put that. Yes, yes, yes. So we the target is 1,000, right? So I'm right now at around 850. If you might have seen the channel page, the target, in case my I'm hoping for the best. I'm also trying at my own side as well to reach 1,000 first, and also increase the viewership and everything. So efforts are being put in that direction as well. So I want as many people who wish to join this contest and help me in getting to 1,000 first, and then we'll move on and on, and we'll keep this contest going. Right? We'll get this beautiful T-shirt print with the power of Excel printed on it from my side. So I'm going to do that on a regular basis, right? And because this is something, as I've been telling whosoever I've been meeting as well, and they've been talking about my channel, that this is the tool which will never go away, in spite of other more sophisticated and important tools coming up. So, whosoever is interested in this, I've shared my number. Uh, we'll have this, and we'll share. I'll gift all at least the top five. Let me see how many of the people get interested. So in case they are interested, so based on that interest level, I'll see and I'll gift this definitely. Right. So target is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of November. So that is my contest for all of you, and I hope all of you would be looking forward to join this important this good contest. And we can always although these are customized merchandises, and we can always customize the colors also, so that is completely fine. So once you share your interest with me, then we can work on what kind of color combinations you want white or blue or black or whatever, so whatever looks good. So we can take a call on that, right? So my next question is to select adjacent worksheets. So let me put up this poll here. So let me see how many of you can let me see how many of you can answer this question. So my poll is how to select non-adjacent worksheets in Excel. So there are multiple options that I'm going to give you. Let me see how many of you can answer this. So just give me a few seconds till I add the different options. So let me see how many of you can answer this question. So let us see uh, who can answer this. This is an easy one. Most of the times we use this shortcut during whenever we are working on a Microsoft Excel workbook. So let me see how many of you can actually answer this question correctly. Uh, let's see. So there are a few people online. Uh, 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 okay. I think most of you have answered this. Let me see the responses. Uh, okay. So a few of you have selected Control plus click, and a few of you have selected Shift plus one, and others. Okay, so these are the only two options that you have selected. Yes, the right answer is Control plus click. So in case you want to select non-adjacent worksheets, then you can use this Control plus click option. That is another shortcut that we have. Now, another shortcut that I'm going to talk about is if you want to move to the next worksheet or move to the next or the previous worksheet. So, what are the options which you can use? So, let me add a question with the options. Of course, giving options makes the things easy. But yes, so shortcut to move between. Sorry, let me rephrase this question. I think we have already talked about the next worksheet and all, so that is something we have already done. Let me talk about. Let me quickly talk about using the VBA editor. I hope quite a few of you have already used the VBA editor for writing down macros. So there is a shortcut to access the VBA editor in Microsoft Excel. So shortcut to access VBA editor. What is the shortcut to access the VBA editor in Excel? I'm going to give you three options. I'm going to give you three options in this case, and let me see how many of you can answer this correctly. So shortcut to access the VBA editor, which can be useful in writing down macros. Um, so let's see how many of you can answer this correctly. So another very beautiful shortcut and an important one as well, in case you want to quickly move through different windows in an Excel sheet and access certain pages, access certain worksheets, access certain open certain windows. So all of that put together. So let me see how many of you can answer this correctly. So there are three responses, I guess. So VBA editor can be accessed by making use of Alt plus F11. I repeat. So in case you want to access the VBA editor, you can use the Alt plus F11 shortcut. That is a shortcut for accessing the VBA editor. Now, in case you have been following my channel as well, right? So there was one shortcut that I talked about in one of my previous videos. That is shortcut to access. I'm going to just put it in the chat box only, and let me see how many of you are actually following this. So, shortcut to access the format window, the formatting window, which we can use for formatting cells or tables and so on. So, what is a shortcut to access the formatting window? Let me see how many of you can answer this. I'm not going to give you the options here. Let me see how many of you can do this. This was in case you have been going through my videos. This is something I had specifically mentioned in one of my videos. So let's see how many of you can do this. Uh, let's see. Any responses, guys? Be quick. What is a shortcut to access the formatting window? How to go to the format? You are using a shortcut. Let's see how many of you can do this. Or if you're used to doing a poll only with the multiple options because it becomes easier to select them, let me quickly put that. So shortcut to open the formatting window. If you have been watching my videos, this is something I tend to put intermittently from time to time. These are the options I've given you. So let me see now how many of you can answer this. Let's see. Let me give you some time. Let me see how many of you can answer this question correctly. All right, let me end this poll and see how many of you have answered this. So, no, the correct answer is not Alt plus 2. So the correct answer in this case is it's Control plus 1. So if you press Control plus 1, you should be able to access the formatting window, right? So you can go to the formatting window by right clicking also. That is also something which is possible. But if you want to really access this formatting window by using a shortcut, then Control plus 1 is the shortcut for the same. Also, as I think, in the meantime, since we are uh, till the time we're doing these polls and all, let me also apprise you that if you might have seen one of my the videos which are posted on the channel, I'm going to start something on some videos on this beautiful add-in in Excel by the name of Excel Solver. So those of Excel solver is a tool basically which is useful in case we want to do optimization, perform any kind of optimization in organizations. So every organization has some resources which are limited in nature, and we need to work our way through those resources, whether it is machinery, time, labor, financial resources, and so on. And we have to do some kind of optimization in terms of, let's say, have to maximize the profit or revenues, or minimize the losses or the cost or the time taken. So, depending upon the kind of scenario, depending upon the kind of uh, objective we have, right? We can set up the objective function, we can put up our constraints, we can put up our variables. And the beauty of this tool is, this is something I think not only a very few of the channels on YouTube are doing it. I'm not very sure of how many of them are there. So this is actually what is required. Yes, using functions and tools is important, but when you go to organizations, it is sometimes, and if you join at the managerial level or at the senior manager level, you're not supposed to just work on specific functions and tools, specific functions and formulas, right? It has to be some kind of decision making, some kind of optimization. That is what is required. So very soon, I'm going to start posting some videos on these lines to apprise my audience of how to make use of this tool called Excel Solve, which is an add-in, not there by default, but add-in, and can be used for the purpose of optimization. So that is something I'll start really, really soon, right? So I'll post intermittent videos here and there on optimization, right? So all right, so let's try and take up some questions if you have. I think there are few of you who are there online right now. So in case you have some specific questions and want me to address those questions, I can do that over the next few minutes. And also I'll be posting my polls now as well, right? So I'll keep on doing that. In case you have questions, please post them in the chat box, and I'll be more than willing to take it up. So there can be suggestions for having these live sessions, or help if you want me to take up something specific in the coming live sessions, which I organize every month on the second Sunday. This time we're doing it on the first Sunday of the month, because we have festival Diwali coming up next Sunday. So I'll not be bothering you on that day, right? So I wanted to do it just before that. So next month onwards, we'll do it every month on the second Sunday of the month. That is what is the idea. So till then, I'll post another good shortcut for all of you, which are important here, right? So, in case, what is, let's see how many of you know this. So, what is the shortcut in case you want to close the currently opened workbook? I repeat, what is the shortcut in case you want to close the currently open workbook? So, I'm going to put a poll here quickly. Shortcut to close a currently opened workbook. Let me see how many of you know about this. In the meantime, in case you have questions, you can always put them in the chat box. I'm just giving you the options. Let me see how many. Here comes the poll for all of you. Let me see how many of you can answer this. So shortcut to close a currently opened workbook. How many of you can do this? Let's see. And in the meantime, those of you who have just joined, I'm going to just repeat this thing. So I'm just going to start a contest on my channel, The Power of Excel, wherein I'll be by the name of Mission 1000, where I would like my people who have been showing so much of giving me so much of love and support over the last few months and years on this channel to help me grow as a channel. And right now we have close to 850 subscribers, and I would like to grow to 1000 by the end of this month. And people who are going to help me in that, so the top five people would get merchandise with the power of Excel printed, something like this on from my side. So that is something I'm going to do in the month of December. So those of you who are going to help me reach 1000 by the end of this month, I'll be gifting you this merchandise, a T-shirt from my side, absolutely free. And I've already shared my number. Let me try and understand this question. That's a good question. How to write a Java program to delete Excel from System 72? Look, let me. I would like to put it this way. So I'm not an expert in writing Java codes, although I have some experience in writing Java, doing some kind of Java programming earlier. Right, but I can always help you with this, right? And in case you can share your email address with me, and I can just try work it out, and I'll share the best possible solution for this. So because I used to write Java codes earlier when I was working in private firms a few years back, and that more than 15-20 years back. But right now I'm not doing that, but yes, I can always help you to write right. So yes, so that's one thing. So how to draw a cat on Excel? Look, these are again this was a placement question by a company. So drawing a cat in Excel, I think the more important than that is use of these functions and formulas. Of course, there are methods by which we can use and draw these cats and all, right? So there are methods by which we can do this. So again, I'm saying for all these kind of questions which are not technically related to Microsoft Excel, I'll try and answer these questions. If you can just, I'm going to share my email address here, and in case you want me to answer these questions, I can do it. So it's ankit.mahindru at the gmail.com. You can post all these questions here also, and I'll take some time and find it out, find out possible option, because these are not directly related to Excel. I'm sorry for not being able to answer this directly over here. But yes, I'll try my level best to answer this question and send it across to you. So this is my email address. I'm just posting it in the chat box, right? Yes, we can create cell padded borders also, right? That is borders are something we can always uh, write. Let me see what your question is. The question you're saying is, so would you like to explain these on Excel a database combination? Yes, but that is what I mentioned. So, in case you want me to answer these questions, because these are not directly related to Microsoft Excel, I would say yes. There are the basic essence of using Excel is using it for some kind of analysis and the use of functions, formulas, tools, application, all of that. Yes, so I'll be able to answer these questions as well. So you can send me these list of questions and whatever other questions you might have, and I'll try and answer them to the maximum extent. That is what I can say right now. So because these are very specific questions, and not many a times we tend to use this. All right. So I've heard of this tongue twister, right? And thank you so much for sharing this tongue twister here. So yes, very right, and thank you for sharing this. And please share your these kind of questions with me on my email address, and I'll be more than happy to give responses to these questions. Yes, so let me read for if you want me to read this, I can read this. So woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, right? This is the tongue twister. I understand. I've read this before, and we sometimes do use these kind of tongue twisters in our classes as well, right? So thank you so much for sharing such a tongue twister. And also, any if anybody else has any specific you can say suggestions or feedback, right? So we can always include that. And this is let me put another good okay, I've not answered the poll as of now. Just let me answer the poll as well, end the poll and give you the results. So yes, I have been using Microsoft Excel for the last uh, 10 to 12 years. I am basically teaching analytics to business students, MBA students, and whatever have I learned, I've got it over a period of this 10 to 12 years, and whatever experience I have, I tend to share it with my students and whosoever wants to have it. And yes, I've done some good projects on Excel. Earlier, I was working with a couple of private firms. So there also, I used to work on Excel to quite an extent. So that is what I know about Microsoft Excel, and that is what I think uh, is there. So how many years of Excel? Yes, this is my experience around 10 to 12 years. I use Excel since 20 years, but my salary is only 5,000. I understand. I understand. So it is not only Excel which you need to know, right? You need to know a lot more than that. So Excel, if you do the very basic Excel stuff, right, that is not what it is going to help you. But if you mix Excel and do some kind of predictive analytics or the social media analytics, sentiment analytics, which is the trend right now, or do kind of data mining. There's lots and lots of data which is available. So if you do some kind of certifications, you do some kind of, you can say, I would say, you do some kind of projects. There are quite a few freelancer projects which are available online. There are quite a few websites. There's one website by the name of freelancer.com. So if you want to work on it, and if you want to increase on your salary, so first thing is you do some kind of certifications from different platforms like Udemy, Coursera, Simply Learn, right? So that will help you to master Excel. And once you put a certification in your CV, then you might be able to grow in terms of your salaries as well, right? So I completely understand your point of view. So just knowing Excel is not enough, right? You need to add a lot more. Writing macros to an extent. So how you write macros, that is very, very important nowadays to customize and automate different kinds of reports, generation of reports using pivot tables and all, right? So all of that plus certifications, plus industry projects if you can find some, or some freelancer projects if you can find. So that will help you in getting to the next level, I would say. Right. So the question I had, the polling question I had put was how to close a currently open workbook. So the correct answer for this is control plus F4. So none of you actually selected that option. Yes, currently I am, this is also a very private question. So currently I am earning decently to the extent of, because I've been teaching analytics in this for the last 14, 15 years. So I'm earning decently around, I think if I'm talk about the annual thing, it is around 18 lakh, around 18 to 20. So that is approximate value, approximate number. So because that has been because of my experience. That is the annual package currently. I started with teaching information systems and everything, and then I gradually moved on to teaching analytics as well. Right. So I teach R, I teach Excel, I teach Power BI. So I'm going to start some videos on Power BI as well. Oh, by the way, quite an interesting comment. I'm sorry, but I'm already married and I have a son who's in class 10. So I might look a bit young, but I am already 40 plus and I've been working for the last 18 to 20 years. I understand. And yes, I'm doing relatively okay, and that's I think that is something we can always talk about in a lighter way, right? So, all right. So that is thing. All right. So this let me just post one more. Yes, I have corporate experience of close to 6 years, and then I did a bit of. I worked. I've been into academics for the last 14, 15 years now. So more than 20 years of experience. Yes. So let me put another poll before we end this beautiful session. Thank you so much for the interaction. So my next question is, what is the shortcut to move to the next or go to the next workbook? I repeat, what is the shortcut? What is the shortcut to go to the next workbook? I hope you understand between difference between worksheet and workbook. So that is what I have. Let me give you the options as well. This is the poll, right? Let me see how many of you can answer this. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. I don't want to get into the HR role, frankly speaking, and I don't like to fire people, by the way, right? I don't know what make you make that comment, but yes, I think that is something. I don't tend to do it even with my students and all. So that is not what is there, but yes, thank you. Otherwise, no, I don't fire people. Sorry. So let's see how many of you can answer this question. And let me end this poll to see the response. Yes, so the correct answer to this question is control plus tab. So you can use control plus tab to move between different worksheets, and that is how you actually toggle between different works, or not between different worksheet, between different workbooks, I would say. So workbooks is the complete Excel sheet we talk about, and the worksheets is the specific sheets that we talk about in a given workbook. So to toggle between different workbooks, or to move between different workbooks, the shortcut is control plus tab. So that is it for this particular session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And I've already shared my number in case you are interested in the contest that I'm going to run. That is Mission 1000. So I'm just going to repeat that once again for everyone's benefit. So I already have lots of people loving me, and there are close to 850 people who are on my channel right now. So my target is to reach 1000 by the end of this particular month. And people who are going to help me get more people will get a merchandise with the power of Excel printed, something like this, absolutely free, right from my side in the month of December. That is something I'm going to do. And I'm sharing my number once again. Right, this is my number, and this is my, let me share my email address once again for everyone's benefit. This is my, look, I'm going to send a better one. This is just mine that I've been using for the last a couple of 3 to 4 months. So I'm going to send you a better one, not a problem. But I just wanted to give you an idea that is what the contest is about. So we can decide the color, we can decide the what needs to be printed. That is something I'll be customizing and sharing with all of you. I'm going to put a post for this over the next few, I think over the next couple of days on my channel. And I'll also be sharing it on social media platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook and other platforms as well. So I'll be posting that over there as well. Right. So that is it from my side. And thank you so much for joining this session. And I'll be looking forward to the next session, which we're going to have next month. So I do organize these sessions monthly, every second Sunday of the month at 11 a.m. So this time I did it on the first Sunday because we have a festival coming up on the next Sunday, that is on 12th. So I did not want to disturb people on that day. So I did it on the first Sunday of the month. But next month onwards, we'll switch back to the second Sunday of the month. So thank you so much for the interaction. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a lovely session. And please post in with any of your feedbacks that you might have. I've shared my personal contact details, and you can always post your comments and your feedback for the session, and anything you want me to add. So, and also I'm going to start posting some videos on Excel solver that is for use for optimization very soon on my channel. So thank you so much once again for your love and support, and see you soon in the next live session next month. Thank you once again. Thank you.